Well, hi, everybody. Ken Johnson here with you, and we are tracking temperatures. And remember, the theme as of late has just been this, the ups and downs and the roller coaster rides with temperatures. You know, we haven't seen a lot of warm weather. It's been really cold across a good part of Oklahoma and North Texas this February, and that's not going to change much here. If we take a look, you can see the cold weather. The coldest of the air has kind of shifted a little bit here into the middle part of the upper Midwest, and up into Canada, down our way. It is trying to modify the air, that is. Our flow of air we're going to watch is a storm system. You can see this dip in the jet stream. This is called the Pacific Jet, and you have a little piece of energy out here in California tonight. And this is going to move east, and as it does so on Friday, it's going to try to pick up some of this mild air across northern parts of Mexico and bring it into our area, into Texas and Oklahoma as we head into Friday. However, cold air, remember, it's real dense and real heavy, and oftentimes it doesn't like to move out of the way very fast. So we'll see what happens with that. We'll be warmer tomorrow, but any little warm-ups that we see won't last long, as the polar vortex is very strong, very active. It's going to send several waves of cold air down to the south over the next week. And we can kind of look at our upper-level weather pattern. This is where we look for storm systems. This is where we look for that polar vortex. This is called vorticity. Polar vortex is vorticity. That's what it is. So this long little color area you see, this is a piece of vorticity located in the base of this jet stream. This is on Saturday morning. Now, underneath that, oftentimes you don't get much precipitation. The lift is out ahead of it. That's where you get your moisture, and that's where you get your storm systems here. And this could result in some pretty good storms and maybe some severe weather across parts of the Gulf Coast states on Saturday here. Now, as this kind of pushes on by, it's going to kind of drag a little piece of energy from the north, and it's going to help pull some cold air to the south Saturday afternoon, Saturday night, and into Sunday. There's your polar vortex. Watch it spin, and especially as it begins to kind of stretch out as we head into early next week. A couple things we're watching. It's stretched. It's throwing cold air to the south. Here is a storm system on the bottom side of that stretch, the western side of it here, and that's going to team up with the cold air, and it could produce a bit of a winter storm across the south towards the middle parts of next week here. One thing that is for certain with the forecast is it's going to get really cold. There are going to be some ups and downs until then, but it's going to be really cold middle parts of next week. Could see some winter weather. We're getting a little more confident in that. As we head towards Friday, just breezy conditions across the southern parts of the area here, the United States here. And then Saturday, behind this front, gets breezy and colder here. So a little bump up in temperatures on Friday. Down we go again Saturday afternoon, Saturday night. Some storms possible out in the warm sector of this system here. So we stay chilly in the Sunday. Then we get into Monday of next week, and we see maybe a little bit of a push upwards in temperatures across the southern plains states. But here it is. This is that batch of really cold air. This is that polar vortex sending it to the south. And as it does so, it looks like it arrives on Tuesday, and it's going to turn very cold and blustery behind it. And there should be, and looking like now, increasing chance that there could be a wave of moisture behind this here. So there could be a wintry mix and perhaps maybe some snow across Kansas, Oklahoma, down into Texas. And this may even extend even further to the south and to the southeast later on next week. So we'll keep an eye on that. And as of right now, it's something I just put together here. Just looking at the weather pattern, I have the best chances for the snow up here into Oklahoma and southern parts of Kansas. We'll go with the wintry mixed chance down our way Tuesday, maybe early Wednesday of next week. But the entire area here could wind up seeing kind of a combination of everything. As of just looking at weather information, and it's way too soon to get specific with anything on it, they wind up with a lot of sleet. These types of weather situations can produce freezing rain and sleet over us, and then you get a transition to some snow. So on Saturday, rainstorms east, not a whole lot central southern plains states, pretty chilly. Warming up a bit on Monday, but here we go Tuesday. And as that blast of cold air arrives, there's that precipitation with snow across Kansas, Colorado, down into parts of Oklahoma. The purple would represent that freezing rain or sleet here, and that lingers into Tuesday afternoon. And with the type of air that's coming in, it's going to be turning cold fast. This would probably create messes on the roadways here if this were indeed to happen. So that's something we'll watch. And again, it could wind up seeing some snow mixed in with that. This is Tuesday of next week. Right now it is what? This is Thursday, so that's still a ways off. Plenty of time to watch it, and we'll keep you updated on that. Now, as far as temperatures go, this is into Sunday. Sunday, a pretty cool day, but there's a little bump up on Monday. But, maybe early in the day here, Tuesday, some 30s and 40s. But look at that cold air behind it. Below zero in Omaha, Nebraska, close to zero in Wichita, Kansas. And then you jump down into Oklahoma, teens and 20s, and that cold air pours to the south Tuesday afternoon, Tuesday night, and early on Wednesday. Look at those teens and single digits and below zero readings up into Kansas, all the way down into Texas. And this could go down into deep South Texas as well. Look at what happens Wednesday night and into early on Thursday. Cold air continues to settle to the south, and we could be looking at temperatures single digits to near zero. Again, this is better than a week away. Oftentimes, though, the numerical numbers that you see here are going to be too warm. Oftentimes, they trend too warm with systems here, so we may have to lower temperatures a bit here. And then sometimes in the extended range, they'll be a little bit too extreme, so that's also a possibility. So we'll keep an eye on that, but you better believe if we have temperatures like this with any wind, it's going to be very cold. I don't think it'll be as long-lasting as 2021, but something that cold certainly is possible, at least for a couple of days. It looks like a pretty serious blast of cold air, and maybe the coldest we've seen so far this year. Of course, again, we'll be keeping an eye on it. Remember, you got the source of the information that's going to give you the good stuff right here on my social media pages. Those of you that have been following me, watching me for a while, you know I usually don't throw out any bad information, and I try not to try to overhype weather events and that kind of stuff. But on social media, I do like to show scenarios and whatnot. But I try to keep a level head about it and be realistic as I possibly can. But remember to like, follow, and subscribe to my pages.